She won't.
That's what line. You think it's Mason, Ethan, and Mason? What line is that, 2?
Please direct your attention to center ice for our special guests. Wearing the color and representing the Chaska Jansen Hockey Association, we are pleased to have with us tonight Henrik Kamarchik, William Enos, and Tyler Corabota. They are wearing tonight's colors. We ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America. Please welcome Britta Cowan, Chaska Senior High Senior, who will be singing the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem.
Now we're ready to drop the puck here from the Chaska Community Center. I'm Taylor Hansen, coming to you live on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, bringing you your Chaska Hawks as they face off the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. Coming to this game, Bloomington Kennedy with a 2-13 overall record, 0-1-0 in the Metro West Conference. Chaska with a 10-6-0 record and a 2-2 record in the Metro West Conference here. For Chaska, coming back off of a long injury, number 2, junior Blaine Warner. Blaine Warner getting hurt just 2 games into the season here with a lower back injury, but he's here tonight, so we'll see what he can do for his Hawks. Starting in goal for Bloomington Kennedy, number 30, Noah Hansen. Hansen comes into this game with 14 games played, 4.46 GAA, and a 85.7% save percentage. Starting for Chaska on senior night here, number 39, Benner Bansis. Benner Bansis in his 4 games played has a 2.20 goals against average and a 90.9 save percentage. So we'll see how those both netminders do tonight in tonight's matchup. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, London Chevrolet Buick of Chaska, Above and Beyond Market Communications, and St. Francis Orthopedic Rehab Clinic. Remember, folks, you can stream all hockey and basketball games this year live on the ChaskaBasketballReport.com. Now we're off here from the Chaska Community Center. Kennedy wins the draw. Gets it up to Dosan, and Dosan dumps it in for Kennedy. Landry Cuss tips it up to Kulix, and Kulix tries to get to Kester, but that puck cannot be sustained, and now gets dumped back into Chaska's zone, and Cuss will give it back to Magnuson. Magnuson over to Kester now. Kester. And now David Beacom comes in and gets a shot on Urbansis and a save. 16:27 here remains in the first period. 33 seconds in here, and we'll have a face-off in the Chaska zone to Benner advances his left. Ethan McDonald here on the face-off for Chaska. Wins it over to Barrett. Barrett tries to get it up to Kester, or Pitlick, excuse me. Getting my players mixed up there, but Pitlick is unaware of the pass, and we'll get an icing here. So we'll have another face-off down in the Chaska zone. Ethan McDonald for Chaska against Jackson Fuller of Kennedy, and McDonald seems to win it over to Pitlick, and Pitlick gives it off to Olmscheid. Olmscheid with a shot on Hansen, and that's puck's sitting out in front. Chaska unable to claim the rebound there, and the puck's deflected into the corner. Pitlick comes out with it now. Get it over to Lavelle. Lavelle up to Starkey. Starkey with a shot just high. Down Calvin Barrett down in the corner with McDonald. McDonald drops it back to Barrett. Barrett getting pressured on here and gives out to Starkey. Starkey with a shot and a goal! John Starkey!
That's John's first.
John Starkey's first goal of the season, adding to his 5 assists, will give him 6 points on this year so far. Wonderful shot there by Starkey. And he'll get past Hansen and put Chaska up here early in the first period. So junior John Starkey will get the goal. Assist will go to sophomores Shane Lavelle and Calvin Barrett. So Chaska will take their early lead here with 15:10 remaining in the first period. Now University of Minnesota commit Mike Kester will take it down for the Hawks and dump it into the zone. Co-captain David Beacom will give it off to Workman, and he will get a shot on net there, and Urbansis gloves that one, and we'll have a face-off here with 14:56 remaining in the first period. Face-off in the Chaska zone to Urbansis' left. Olmscheid for Chaska against Fuller of Kennedy. Olmscheid wins it back to Starkey. Starkey runs up the board to Kulix. Kulix, good tip pass there up to Olmscheid. Olmscheid has Benz behind him, but he will take it and get a shot on Hansen, and that's saved, and we'll get a cover here, but puck seemed not to be covered, but the ref blows the whistle, and we'll have a face-off in the Kennedy zone. Kennedy wins it back there, and Chaska gets a shot on that as Hansen makes a save. St. Francis Rehab is your number one stop for all orthopedic rehab needs. Conveniently located in the Chaska Community Center. Call 952-428-1250 to set up an appointment today. Magnuson takes a spill there, is unable to touch the puck. Now Fuller will take it down for Kennedy, and shot on Urbansis, and he'll cover that one up as it slipped out of his glove. Jackson Fuller for Kennedy, number 6, just a junior with a lot of speed there, crashing in the net, and Urbansis able to cover that one up, and now we'll have a face-off here in the Chaska zone to the left of Urbansis. Ethan McDonald for Chaska against Zach Workman of Kennedy. Workman wins it back to Barnum, and a shot on Urbansis, and that is saved and deflected to the right. Now Goldenoff will give it up to his defender, but it's unable, and the puck is tipped out of play here and into the stands. And we'll have a face-off in the Chaska zone as that was put out directly by a Chaska player. It's senior night here at the Chaska Community Center honoring our seniors, Chase Nyland, Mason Kulich, Landry Cross, Mitchell Morris, Alex Jaggers, Colin Jacobson, Tony Sigurdsson, and Benner Mansis. So a big thank you to all those players for their commitment at Chaska High School and playing for the Hawks. Now Calvin Barrett takes it and gives it back to Bronson. Bronson over to Barrett behind the Chaska net. Now Barrett tries to give it to Pitlick, but that pass is intercepted by Dosen, and now Herman has it. Herman with it, getting pressured on by Barrett and losing the puck. And now Joseph Dosen will give it out to his defender. That shot is just blocked by Barrett. Ethan McDonald trying to give it off to Pitlick, but whiffs there as Joseph Dosan gets it and tries to give it up to Beacom, but Shane Lavelle recovers it. Shane Lavelle trying to get it out in front of the net, but intercepted by Beacom. Co-captain David Beacom skating up the ice for Kennedy, and he'll try to get a shot on, but great defense there played by Landry Cuss, and Kester will get it off to Lavelle, and good drop pass there by Lavelle over to Kester. Kester trying to get a shot on, blocked by Arnold. Kester out to Blaine Warner, first game back, and wonderful shot on net there by Warner, saved by Hansen. 12:46 remains in the first period. We'll get a face-off here in the Kennedy zone to Hansen's left.
The one to his left. He's the one to the left.
Now William Magnuson tries to get it in. A shot on net for Chaska, but pressure on by a Kennedy player. And a shot by Cuss there, saved by Hansen in between the legs. Weird save there, but whatever he can do to stop that puck, and we'll get a whistle here with 12:21 remaining in the first period. Cuss for Chaska against Fuller of Kennedy. Cuss wins it back to Magnuson. Magnuson keeps it in the zone and gives it over to Kester. Kester over to Magnuson, and Magnuson unable to get it, and Chase Beacom will give it off to Jackson Fuller. Fuller on the breakaway, and a good save there by Urbansius, and the puck, and the net is knocked off, and clock still running. There we go. 12:01 remaining in the first period. Wonderful save there by Urbansius as Fuller was on the breakaway, but good stop there. Nick Olmscheid on the face-off against Zach Workman of Kennedy. Nick Olmscheid moves it to Workman, and Workman wins it back to Mendel. Now Beacom tries to get a shot off, but blocked by Starkey, and he'll give it over to Barrett, and Barrett will give it up to Benz, who gives off to Kester, but Kulich, excuse me, mixed up my K's. And we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone as there's an offsides called here. 11:39 remains in the first period. Calvin Barrett gives it over to Starkey. Starkey dropping it back to Barrett. Barrett being pressured on by Workman, but makes him go behind the net. But Barrett gives it off to Kulich, and Kulich up to Benz. Benz with it now, gives it over to Starkey, and it's looking for that 5-hole there, but good save there by Hansen as he'll save it and get a cover here. 11:13 remaining in the first period. Also, we'd like to honor our senior managers here tonight, Katie Goodman, Hannah Stelkin, and Micah Rohn, for their great work and helping out the team this year as this year's student managers. Cassier tries to get a shot off, but Pitlick gets it behind the net. Pitlick tries to drop it over to Lavelle, but pass is intercepted by Dosen. Billy Bronson trying to keep in, but Dosen gets it up for Kennedy and tries to give it over to Workman, but delayed offsides there as Kester recovers the puck. Kester giving it back to Bronson. Bronson up to Kester, and Kester dropping it over to McDonald. McDonald being hit in the boards by Goldnoff. Kester trying to get a pass over to Bronson. That is tipped by Fuller. Bronson keeps it in his zone, but David Beacom can get down and he gives it over to Fuller, but Fuller unable to catch that pass as it is put just behind him. Now Pitlix gives it off to Lavelle. Lavelle coming down with speed. Give it over to seem to be Ethan McDonald, but great defense there played by Kennedy, and that pass is tipped out. Now Fuller has it. Fuller's pass tipped into the corner, and Goldnoff and Magnuson will battle, and shot by Beacom and blocked by Pitlick. Now a pass from Barnum, and now Urbansis will go behind his net and stop it for his defender, John Starkey, and Starkey will give it over to Magnuson. Magnuson up to Blaine Warner. Blaine Warner's third game of the season here as he gets back after getting injured in his first two games, but Warner back now. Now Warner gets it pressured on by Herman. Warner back to Magnuson. Sorry, I can't speak tonight, jumbling my words here, and hopefully this gets better as it goes on. Keith Fletcher tipping into the zone for Chaska. Warner trying to keep with it, but unable to keep it in the zone there, but Magnuson gives it over to Starkey, and Starkey up to Cuss. Starkey over to Magnuson. 8:45 remaining here in the first period. It's been a while since we got a whistle, so updating you on that, and a shot by Magnuson, saved by Hansen. Magnuson up to Olmscheid, and a wonderful glove save there by Hansen with 8:36 remaining in the first period. Chaska leads here 1-0 over the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. Nick Olmscheid on the draw, wins it back to Bronson. Bronson over to Barrett. Barrett getting a shot on, saved by Hansen. Goldnoff trying to bring it up for Kennedy, but being hit hard by Olmscheid. Olmscheid getting taken out by the puck. Mason Kulix and Arnold going at it, and we'll get a hand pass here and face off down the Chaska zone. For all your vehicle needs, sales and services, come to Lunds & Chevrolet Buick, a family-owned business proud to be servicing the Chaska area for the past 39 years. Are you looking for a new or quality pre-owned vehicle? Come to Lunds & Chevrolet Buick of Chaska, score big savings, and shop local at your hometown dealer. Kennedy seems to win the face-off, but that is slipped by their defender. Now Shane Lavelle will get it in the Kennedy zone for Chaska. Jackson Fuller will take it down the ice for Kennedy. Puck is poke checked out by Bronson. Now Bronson and McDonald battle in the corner against Fuller. Fuller gives it out to Beacom. Beacom tries to get a shot, but that is tipped, and that shot blocked and gave over to Fuller, but unable to get that shot off as it had an open net. And McDonald gets hit hard in the boards, but keeps the puck there. And McDonald trying to get the puck back. Brad Pitlick putting pressure on Beacom. Beacom gives it off to Dosen. Blaine Warner, good hit there on Beacom. Or Joseph Dosen, excuse me. Blaine Warner looks like he's feeling good here in this first game back. Right, they get back on the ice, and he's proving it here now. Now Keith Fletcher in the corner, battling with Arnold. Now Blaine Warner with it. Give it over to Kester. Kester keeping in the zone here. Wonderful play there. Protecting the puck there, and Kester trying to find a teammate, and he finds Blaine Warner, and Blaine Warner will get a shot. That is just tipped wide. Arnold over to Beacom. Back to Arnold. Arnold gives it up to Workman, and Kester recovers that puck. Kester looking for a shot here, and that puck is poke checked out by Arnold, but Chaska keeps it in his own as Keith Fletcher retains it. Now Keith Fletcher tries to get it, but unable to keep that puck on his stick as Nick Olmscheid gets it now. Herman tries to get out of the zone to get a switch for his teammates, but we'll have a hand pass here as Herman's shot out of the zone was touched by the hand of Ethan Benz, and we're going to face off down in the Chaska zone with 5:54 remaining here in the first period. Just a reminder, Hawks fans, you can stream all hockey and basketball games live this winter season on ChaskaBasketballReport.com. Go to that website and click Broadcast Network, and it shall bring you to the broadcast from there. Chaska boys basketball taking on Bloomington Jefferson at Jefferson currently. You can also catch that game on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network as Ryan Paul is streaming that one. Goldenoff tries to get a shot off, but hit hard by Starkey. Calvin Barrett with some dangles there as he gets past the Kennedy player and gives it off to Benz, but Benz looking for Olmscheid. Olmscheid almost hit hard, but stayed on his feet. Mendel gives it up to Haw. Haw giving over to Goldenoff, but Goldenoff unable to get it in the zone as he's pressure on by many Chaska players. Now Mendel tries to get it in the zone, but a shot on net as Urbansis gloves it and gives it off to Starkey. Starkey looking for Barrett, but that puck is tipped up to the boards. Great drop pass there by Lavelle. Now Pillick gets it, and goal!
Pass from Shane.
Wonderful pass there by Shane Lavelle as he tips it off the boards over to Pillick. That will be Rhett Pillick's 12th goal of the year here in his 15 games played. One of Chaska's top goal scorer now with 12 goals. Shane Lavelle's second assist on the night there. The referee giving the credit of that goal to McDonald, but as we saw from up here, that was Rhett Pitlick who put that one away, so we'll get that corrected on that score sheet later. But Rhett Pitlick getting the goal on that one, assist to Shane Lavelle, and the goaltender, Ben Urbansis. Ben Urbansis' first assist of the season. The other goaltender, Justin Bach, co-captain, also has an assist on the season, so both goalies with an assist on the season here so far, and wonder what was going on there as the ref did drop the puck, but seemed to have no effort put on by Kennedy as Landry Cuss won that one back easily, but the referee drops the puck. Warner gives up to Cuss. Cuss unable to keep that one as Herman gets it for Kennedy. Now Cuss with a good back check there and gets the puck back as he wants to make up for that mistake he made down in Kennedy's zone. Warner drops it back to Cuss. Cuss able to gain control there as Dosen gives it over to Workman. Workman unable to control that one as Cuss dumps in the zone for Chaska. Hansen give it over to Barnum. And now Ben's down in the corner over to Kulik. Kulik shot just wide. Mike Kester dodging bodies here as he slips between the boards and the player. Kester over to Olmscheid. Olmscheid unable to bury that one. And the puck now battling in the zone here. As Olmscheid gives out to Kulich. Kulich back to Olmscheid. Olmscheid over to Magnuson. And Magnuson on the pupil in the zone here as that pass from Mason Kulich over to Magnuson. Magnuson now dangling, and Nick Olmscheid gets it, gives it to Magnuson. Magnuson being held up there by Barnum, and wonderful defensive play there by David Barnum of Kennedy. 2:44 remains here in the first period for the Chaska Community Center. I'm Taylor Hansen coming to you live on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, bringing you live coverage of your Chaska Hawks as they face off the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles on senior night here from the Chaska Community Center. There we go. We got a correction there from the in-arena PA announcer, Greg Erickson. Greg was helped out on the Chanhassen stream this year with Ryan Paul, so that was a fun time to watch there as Ryan and Greg were commentating on that one. But as we're at home now, Greg is an in-arena PA announcer here at the Chaska Community Center. He does a wonderful job here, and now Ethan McDonald getting tripped up there, and we'll have a penalty on Kennedy. 2:02 remains here in the first period. Kennedy penalty will be assessed to Arnold. First penalty of the game for either team, so we'll see how Chaska can cooperate on this power play. Chaska on the power play this year with a 25.8% on the power play. Kennedy on the penalty kill is 68.4%, so let's see who will be able to capitalize on this chance here. Alex Arnold will get the 2 minutes interference penalty here, and this penalty will expire just before the period ends, so 1 second before the period ends, so we'll get the rest of the period here. Chaska will be on the power play. Now we have a face-off here in the neutral zone, and an offside is called. Ethan Benz will take the draw for Chaska against Kennedy's Zach Workman. Benz wins it over to Barrett. Barrett gives it off to Kester. Kester drops it back to Benz. Benz coming in with speed. Benz tripped up, but no call there. Workman tried to give it over to Herman, and a shot by Beacom. Tipped up in the rafters here at the Chaska Community Center, and we'll have a face-off in the Chaska zone, I believe, as that was tipped by a Chaska player. 1:14 remaining here in the first period. 1:13 on this Hawks power play. Rhett Pillick with the goal, the second goal, and John Starkey with the first goal of the night here for Chaska, as Chaska leads Kennedy 2-0. Ethan Benz gives it over to Magnuson. Magnuson up to Kester. Let's see if the Hawks can capitalize here on this power play. Kester trying to get a shot off, but that's blocked by Goldmouth. Urbansis gives it up to Kester. Kester's skating with speed now, going through bodies. Now Kester regains control. Kester getting slashed down by Beacom. Fans want an interference call here, but refs saw none of it, so play will continue. Nice drop pass there by Pillick. Goal! Wonderful drop pass there by Pillick over to Warwick. Warwick puts it on net, and Hansen tips it into his own net. on the face-off here. I'll finish as we hear the goal went. Pillick with the assist there, and also assist goes to Kester. Kester's 26 assists in the season here. Kester racking up the assists there in that column, and we'll come to an end here as Chaska leads Bloomington Kennedy 3-0 here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Scoring summary for this first period. First goal goes to John Starkey. Assist there from Calvin Barrett and Shane Lavelle. Second goal from Rhett Pillick. Assist to Shane Lavelle and goaltender Banner Vancis. Third goal there from Blaine Warner. Assist from Pillick and Kester. And we will be right back here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network from the Chaska Community Center. I'm Taylor Hanson, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Chaska Community Center. I'm Taylor Hanson, coming to you live on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. A few corrections on those first three goals in the first period. See if I can find them here as I wrote them down. Okay. So the first goal was credited to Ethan McDonald as a tip from Starkey. So McDonald will get the first goal from John Starkey and Lavelle with the assist on that one. Second goal, Rhett Pillick from McDonald and Lavelle. So McDonald with his 2 points on the night here so far, same with Lavelle. And on the third goal, it would be Blaine Warner. He's third of the season from Pillick and Kester. Now, Kester with 26 assists on the season, adding to his 10 goals with 36 assists so far in his 17 games played. So Pillick leading in goals on the season. Kester leading in points and assists. So good players there. And Blaine Warner adding another one to the goal column as this is his first game back after a injury that he was out for a while. So Banner Vancis credited the assists initially, but that is taken away from him. So Banner Vancis still to get an assist on the season so far. Shots in the first period, Chaska with 12 and Bloomington Kennedy with 6. So Chaska doubling the shots here in this game so far. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network, Lundsey Chevrolet Buick of Chaska, Above and Beyond Marketing Communications, and St. Francis Orthopedic Rehab Clinic. The Chaska Hawks now take the ice here from the Chaska Community Center.
You guys scoring basketball game? Oh. We should be smoking these guys. Yo, didn't Starkey score that goal? McDonald tipped it in.
Yeah. First goal credited to Starkey, given to McDonald as referee didn't see the tip in there, so. And now we're off here from the Chaska Community Center. Chaska wins a face-off back to Magnuson. Magnuson gives over to Kester, back to Magnuson. Kester gives it up to Kulix. And that will go for an icing as he's unable to touch the puck here. And 18 seconds in here in the second period, 16:42 remaining. Nick Olmstead on the draw here against Zach Workman of Kennedy. Workman wins it back to Beacom. Beacom shot saved and deflected wide by Urbansis. Herman tries to give it out to Dosan, but that puck is tipped on net, and Urbansis will cover it here. And we'll face off in the Chaska zone. Urbansis is right. Dosan for Kennedy against McDonald of Chaska. McDonald wins it back. Lavelle unable to catch that one as Barrett gives it up to Pillick, and Starkey trying to gain control and is tipped into the Kennedy bench. So we'll have a face-off here in center ice. Arnold tipping it in for the Eagles. Now Starkey gives it up to McDonald. McDonald bringing it back and giving it over to Barrett. Barrett trying to get a toe drag there and unable to keep the puck, so we'll get an offside through with 15:58 remaining in the second period. Again, we'd like to honor our seniors tonight, as it is senior night here from the Chaska Community Center. Chase Nowlin, Mason Coolidge, Landry Cuss, Mitchell Morris, Alex Jaggers, Colin Jacobson, Tony Sigurdsson, Ben Urbansis, and the managers, Katie Goodman, Hannah Selkin, and Micah Roan. Colin Barrett gives it over to Starkey. Starkey up to Fletcher. Fletcher, good tip in there as Blaine Warner will battle against Arnold, but Kennedy gets it out of the zone there. Fuller coming in with speed, but good play there by goaltender Ben Urbansis as he gets it out of the zone. No ice there as it was tipped. And Barrett will battle with Fuller in the corner there. Lane, first time heard his name this game. Fuller gets in the zone there. Now Landry Cuss will battle in the corner. But that pass put out to Arnold. That shot is just wide, and now great play there by Mendel trying to keep it in his zone, but Blaine Warner gets it. Now Blaine Warner coming down with speed. Warner with a shot into the chest of Hansen, and he will keep that puck in his chest, and we'll face off here in the Kennedy zone to Hansen's right. 14:46 remains here in the second period from the Chaska Community Center. I'm Taylor Hansen, coming to you live on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Remember, Hawks fans, you can stream all Hawks hockey and basketball games live this year on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Just go to ChaskaBasketballReport.com and click on CHBN, and it will bring you to the broadcast from there. Ryan Paul broadcasting the boys basketball game at Bloomington Jefferson currently, so make sure you check that one out as well. Nick Olmscheid gives it over to Mike Kester. Kester up to Benz. Benz has Olmscheid. Olmscheid over runner play. Wonderful pass there by Benz over to Olmscheid. He saw that one, and Olmscheid puts it in the back of the net as Chaska takes the 4-goal lead. Wonderful pass there from Ethan Benz over to Nick Olmscheid. That is Olmscheid's 7th goal of the season, adding to his 7 assists with 14 points in his 13 games played. And we'll give a coverage here by Chaska co-captain, senior goaltender Ben Francis.
Big street puck. Big street puck.
And we'll get a hand pass here as Ethan McDonald seemed to put it out with his hand, and we'll hear who the goal went to here. Goal to Olmscheid there as he buried that one in the back of the net. Assist to Benz and Kester. Rhett Pillick with it now for speed. Pillick over to Lavelle, and Lavelle just shot just high. Wonderful 2-on-1 pass there over from Pillick to Lavelle, but Lavelle unable to bury that one as McDonald gets a shot on Hansen, but good save there. As Dosen gets it for Kennedy into the Chaska zone. Dosen looking for Barnum, but that pass is tipped and put into the corner. Now Barnum puts it into the Chaska zone, and Calvin Barrett with it behind the net now. Barrett up to Lavelle. Lavelle on to carry it, and that shot from the point is tipped out into the netting. 13-15 remaining here in the second period. And we'll get a face-off, I believe, in the Chaska zone. That puck was tipped. Yep. Face-off here in the Chaska zone to Bansis' right. Dwayne Warren, shot blocked there, and he recovers the puck, and now he'll bring it down, and a shot and a goal! Dwayne Warren. Dwayne Warner coming out hard in his first game back on an injury, getting his second goal of the night here. We'll see who the assists go here, and we'll let you know about that one. Goalie change.
Switch goaltenders.
Now in goal for Kennedy, number 33, a sophomore, Peter Vodvnik. So Warner getting that second goal of the night, fourth goal this season, on assisted goal there, and now in net for Bloomington Kennedy, number 33, a sophomore, Peter Vodonvik, excuse me. Trouble pronouncing that one there, but we'll get it here. Vodonvik comes into this game with just his second game played, 6 goals against. There's 6 GAA, and an 85% save percentage. Olmscheid has it now for Chaska. And he tries to give it to Kulix, but Kulix not able to get that one. Now Kulix gives it over to Benz. Benz trying to drop that onto the middle, but no one able to get that one, and it brought back into the Chaska zone. Kulix couldn't hit hard in the boards there by Arnold. Dosen gets it now for Kennedy as he gives it off to Workman. Workman over to Herman. And a shot there by Mengel, saved by Urbansis. Magnuson skating it up now for the Hawks. Magnuson will give it off to Kester. Kester, wonderful job there staying on sides, and Kester tries to get out to Benz. Benz unable to get that shot off. Now Lavelle trying to give it to Kester, but A little confusion there as he didn't know he was dropping the puck back to him. Now Lavelle over to Kester. Kester back to Magnuson. Magnuson going hard now. Magnuson get it out to Pillick. Pillick. Excuse me, trying to say two names at once here. That Pillick tried to give it off to Magnuson, but Magnuson was shot and is saved there by Vanovic. 10:31 remains here in the second period. Chaska with the 5-0 lead over Bloomington Kennedy. We'll look into Metro West Conference standings here. In first place, St. Louis Park. Second place, Benilde St. Margaret. Chaska in third place. Bloomington Jefferson in fourth. Bloomington Kennedy and in fifth. And in sixth place, the Chanhassen Storm. That puck is brought down to the Chaska zone, and Benner Vances will try to give up to Barrett, but that puck is just a little too high, but we'll get a shot on net there and saved by Urbansis. $10-12 remains here in the second period from the Chaska Community Center. I'm Taylor Hansen, coming to you live on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Landry Cost on the draw here against Goldenoff from Kennedy. Arnold. Now that seems to be Magnuson. Or Barrett, excuse me, unable to see down in that corner. And now Pillick gets it now. Pillick, pass out front, unable to carry, and now shot by Barrett. That puck is trickling in front, but Alex Jaggers unable to get that one. And that Alex Jaggers getting some varsity ice time here on senior night. Jaggers' first game play here. Battling hard. Jaggers in his first game jitters here, but he'll be more comfortable here as the game goes on. Chase Beacom taking up the ice for Kennedy. Two Beacums on the team. Number 3, Chase Beacom, a freshman, and senior number 32, David Beacom. A shot by Workman. Walker saved there by Urbansis, deflected up into the netting. 8:51 remains here in the second period. Chaska up on the Kennedy Eagles, 5-0. Now Fletcher will try to tip into the zone, and no ice there as the ref waves it off. Now I'll give it out to Starkey. Starkey with a shot just off the crossbar. Fans here from the Chaska Community Center at that one. That one went in, but just off the crossbar. A look into the Chaska basketball game. Chaska leads Bloomington Jefferson with a score of 40-39. 2 minutes remaining there in the second half. Let's see if the Hawks can get the W in that game. And that is a big Metro West Conference game there over at Bloomington High School. Kester gives it back to Starkey. Starkey looking for a teammate, but unable to find one. And as Jefferson tips it back in his own, but Kuliks give it over to Starkey. Now Starkey over to Kester. Kester skating up the ice for the Hawks and drops it back to John Starkey. Starkey tips it in the zone. As Ethan McDonald will rush in with Hogg. And now Goldenoff will take it out of the zone for the Eagles. And Goldenoff with a shot. That shot is saved by Urbansis and tipped into the corner. Benz will give it over to Kuliks. Kuliks getting poke checked away by Beacom. Now Kester given into the zone there, and Benone Vic will save that one. And I can't see him. That's Brett Pillick who got tackled on. Pillick for the goal!
They're down 2 with a man left.
Wonderful goal there by Pillick as he seemed to be at the bottom of a pile there as a Bloomington County player was laying on him and gets back up and buries that one in the net. So we'll see who the assist will go to there from our in-arena PA announcer, Greg Erickson. 6:49 remains here in the second period. Chaska leading 6-0. Off the post, Mason, goal, Jaggers! Jaggers is his first varsity goal here on senior night. Wonderful shot there by Jaggers. Shot off the post there by Magnuson, and that puck just sitting in front, and Alex Jaggers get that one in the back of the net. Goal will go to Jaggers, assist from Bronson and Pillick. A little scrum here in the front of the net. Not a surprise that Keith Fletcher is involved in that one. There's Fletcher with 32 penalty minutes on the season. So
how many?
Fletcher is struggling to stay out of the box too, but I don't think they'll give him the penalty here, as I think it will be John Starkey that will sit in the box for Chaska. .6:14 remains here in the second period. Chaska with a big lead of 7 goals, so just the second period here. Starkey and Barnum with the 2-minute roughing penalties, coincidental, so we'll still have a 5-on-5 hockey here. There's 2-minute coincidental minors, so both guys will sit in the box for 2 minutes, but each team will still remain with 5 players on the ice. Jaggers gives it off to Kester. Over to Magnuson, back to Kester. Kester with speed now. Beacom taking a spill on the ice. That causes Kester to go down, and it's a good save there by Vanodnik. And big scrum here as Benz was hit down there, and Mike Kester getting into it is trying to protect his teammates there. Now Mike Kester going to sit in the box here. Student section from Chaska liking that one as they want to see some fighting action here. Always a good love by the fans, but not loved by the team, as that causes penalties. So
20 seconds.
Mike Castro will sit in the box to see if Kennedy will get one also, but and that would be see who that is here. Alexander Arnold will also sit in the box after he body slammed Ethan Benz. So Arnold's 4th penalty minute of the game, and Kennedy coach having a word with the refs here, questioning that call. But as you saw there, Arnold body slam Ethan Benz after he took a little poke at the goalie. And then Mike Kester trying to protect his teammate there as he gets Arnold off of Benz. But they both will go sit in the box to see what the call is there. But both coincidental minors there, so it'll still be 5-on-5 hockey. 2 guys in the box for both teams.
That drew that up just to score to piss off Kennedy.
Kester and Arnold will both sit in the box for roughing, so coincidental minors, so it'll still be 5-on-5 hockey here. Chaska basketball tied with Jefferson, 42-42, 15 seconds remains in regulation. We'll see if Chaska can pull with that one. Jefferson with the ball now. Now Kennedy wins it back to their defender, and that puck is skipped up into the stands.
Oh, stolen. Free throws.
Landry Cuss on the draw here against Workman of Kennedy. A little update on the basketball game. 2.7 seconds remain. Or 3.5 now. We put time back on the clock, and 42-42 tied. Timeout Chaska.
Chaska's got the ball in their front court.
Now Blaine Warner trying to get it past Beacom, but unable to. And now they give it up to Warner. Warner over to Cuss. Cuss being held up by Dosen and unable to get his stick down on that one. 4:48 remains here in the second period. Fletcher hit hard down by Workman. No call there. They'll do some physical play here in the rest of the game. It's the delayed penalty, or Branson will go to the bench, but that puck is touched by Dosen. We'll see what the call is here. Workman will go sit in the box. Not surprised there, as him and Keith Fletcher were kind of going at it, so he probably got the call in that retaliation call. So Chaska will go on the power play here with 4:34 remaining in the second period. Bloomington Kennedy with 3 guys in the box. Chaska with 2, but it will be 5-on-4 hockey here, as 2 of those penalties were coincidental, so they don't take guys off the ice for those. Jaggers with this shot. Glove saved by Vanonvik. Ethan McDonald on the draw for Chaska. Alex Shagers. He's over to Kulix. Now Kulix up to Barrett. Barrett over to Kulix. Barrett back to Kulix. Now Kulix over to Magnuson. Magnuson over to Jaggers, and Jaggers tried to get the shot off, but unable to there. As he gave it up to Magnuson. Over to Kulix. Back to Magnuson. Over to Barrett. Barrett with a shot off the crossbar. Now Kulix gives it down to McDonald. McDonald up to Kulix. 1:15 remaining in the Hawks power play. 3:45 remaining in the period. William Magnuson giving it over to Barrett. Barrett with a slap shot. That is tipped, and Ethan McDonald will try to recover it, but wonderful play there by Magnuson to keep it in the zone, but that puck is shot out into the Chaska zone here now. Barrett will get in the zone here and hit hard by Bronson there. No call there, as some of the fans wanting one, but clean hit as he was taking a man away from the puck there. William Magnuson gives it over to Billy Bronson. And no ice there as Bloomington is on the penalty kill. 3 seconds to 1 on the power play, and now 5-on-5 hockey here with 2:30 remaining here in the second period. Chaska leads Bloomington Kennedy by a score of 7-0. Going into the basketball game, Chaska Hawks and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars going into overtime, tied at 42. You can also catch that game live on ChaskaBasketballReport.com. Click on CHBN and bring you to the broadcast from there. Big Metro West game over there from the Jefferson High School. Magnuson gives it off to Barrett and the offsides. .158 remains here in the second period. Landry Cuss will take the draw for Chaska against Fuller of Kennedy. Now Cuss will give it back to Starkey. Starkey shot just wide. Now Fletcher hustling hard onto Goldenoff, and that turn over to Kester, and Kester kind of put it between them and Fletcher, with a shot just wide. Keith Fletcher looking to get his first goal this season here. Let's see if he can get this one as he's battling hard in front of the net. Starkey shot saved by Bononvik. Landry Cuss tripped up there. And now Kester gives off to Kulix. 55 seconds remains. Kester, or Kulix, over to Olmscheid. Many people thought that one went in, but I guess it stayed in. And a shot there by Barrett. Wonderful save there by Vanovic as he seems to sprawl out and save that one.
At the end of the second half, it is Chaska Hawks 42, Jefferson Jaguars 42. They're headed to overtime.
Now it's 45-42 as Jefferson just scored. So Jefferson just with the 3-ball here as 3 minutes remaining in overtime. 45-42 Jefferson. If you're questioning the whistle there, Vanovic's helmet was dislodged, so of course the play will stop as the goalie's helmet falls off. Don't want him getting injured there, so we get face off in the Kennedy zone. Now Kennedy gets control of it. Now Beacom takes in his zone. We'll give it there. It's saved by Urbantis. Wonderful save there as Herman gets a shot just in front. But that is stopped by Urbantis. Good save there. Or multiple saves, excuse me. And now Dosen. Now Lavelle with it. Lavelle working with Olmscheid. Lavelle tries to give it to Olmscheid, but wonderful stop there by Barnum. And second period will come to an end here from the Chaska Community Center. Your Chaska Hawks lead the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles by a score of 7-0. Coming to you live from the Chaska Community Center on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. I'm Taylor Hanson, signing off for momentarily. We'll be right back for the third period. The Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network bringing you your Chaska Hawks as they face the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. Here on senior night from the Chaska Community Center, I'd like to honor our seniors from Chaska. Number 7, Chase Nyland. Number 9, Mason Coolidge. Number 11, Landry Cuss. Number 16, Mitchell Morris. Number 17, Alex Jaggers. Number 24, number 24, Colin Jacobson. Number 37, Tony Sigurdsson. Number 39, Ben Urbansis. And our managers, Katie Goodman, Anna Selkin, and Micah Roan. Chaska with the lead here going in the third period by a score of 7-0. Goals from all around the team here. And now Tony Sigurdsson will take the face-off here for the Hawks. Mitchell Morris getting his first varsity ice time here tonight on senior night. All the players on the ice here, seniors except for one, William Magnuson, Chase Nyland, Tony Sigurdsson, Mitchell Morris, and Colin Jacobson. On the ice there for opening draw. And running time here from the Chaska Community Center as Minnesota State High School rule, if you are up by 6 in the third period, it's running time. So 16:24 remains here. I got the clock running for you now, so you can stay updated on that. Running time here, so it's a lot easier to control than before. Magnuson battles in the corner, and Joseph Dosen gives it out to Arno, and the glove saved there by Advances.
Thank you to our school athletic trainer, Nicole, for helping our athletes prepare for the season and do physical therapy when needed. Thank you, OSR.
Tony Sigurdsson will take the draw. And it back to Kester. Sigurdsson with it now. Give it up to intended for Morris, and Jacobson taking a spill, getting hit there by Fuller in the center ice there. Now Tony Sigurdsson. Give it to Jacobson, but that puck is tipped in by Kennedy. And now Kester with it behind the net for Chaska, gives it up to Jacobson. Jacobson intended hit by Fuller, but Jacobson hits him down hard. Sigurdsson gives it back to Kester. Kester up to Morris. And now Jacobson. Pass intended for Mitchell Morris, but unable to get there. Now Starkey dumps it in. Over to Morris. Starkey with a shot. Tipped up, and Colin Jacobson there, but unable to get that one in the net. Now Starkey. Shot on Vic, and right into the chest as we'll get a face-off here in the Kennedy zone to Vic's right. Now McDonald wins it back to Lavelle. Lavelle over to Barrett. Barrett put in between the legs of Herman. And now Beacom gets it out of the zone, but there will be an icing as that puck goes all the way down to the other end. Brett Pillick gets it now, and shot tipped by Dosen into the rafters. Tony Sigurdsson will take the draw for the Hawks against Workman of the Eagles. Battle of the Birds here tonight from the Community Center. Hawks versus the Eagles. Now Chase Nowlin gives over to Barrett. And Barrett's shot saved by Vic. Now Jacobson with a shot. Another save. Now Beacom with it now up to Herman. Chase Beacom of Kennedy. Number 3, just a freshman. And lots of speed and hands. So let's see how he develops over the years. And could be a very strong player, as he already is. So Chase Nowlin gives it up to Jacobson. Jacobson trying to tip it out, but unable to, and that puck is tipped up, but stays in play. Calvin Barrett gives it over to Nowlin. Chase Nowlin back over to Barrett. And Dosen takes it. Pass intended for Goldenoff, but unable to get there, and now Colin Jacobson gives it over to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson hit hard by Mendel, but gets right back up. He just hit hard on the board on that one. Now Keith Fletcher. Fletcher puts the dangle on Goldenoff. Now Fletcher with it, and his shot blocked by Beacom. Now Barnum tries to get it up to Workman, but unable to there as Fletcher gives it back to Bronson. Bronson over to Magnuson. Magnuson regrouping here. He gives it back to Blaine Warner. Warner trying to get it in, but Dosen gives it over to Barnum. Barnum back up to Herman. Or Dosen, excuse me. You can see the one there as now Workman has it for Kennedy. Workman trying to get a shot off, tip off of Blaine Warner. And now Landry Cuss gets the puck down, get it off to Fletcher. Fletcher tries to get it up to Warner to get a change here, but Kennedy gets that puck back, and now Gavin Barnum will give it up to Dosen, but Dosen was getting off the ice, and now Chase Nowin gives it back to Jacobson. Jacobson up to Starkey. Starkey with a shot saved by Vanonda. $10:16 remaining here. Sorry about that. Look at the wrong clock. As Fuller and now Sigurdsson with a shot. Seems to be in the shin pads of Mendel. Now Sigurdsson hit hard on the boards, and Chase Nowin hit hard on the boards. Mitchell Morris keeps it in. Mitchell Morris with a shot into the chest of Vanonda.
Look at Shade and Red Text. They're not going to touch the ice this period.
And we'll get a penalty here on Kulix as he'll go to the box for a slash. And I just dropped my pen behind the bleachers, so try to keep you updated on the stats here as Mason Kulix gets that 2-minute slashing penalty. Now Benz with it now. Over to Bronson. Bronson with a shot is saved by Vinodvik. Tipped up into the glass. Benz and Barrett battling the corner with Beacom and Dosen. Benz with it now. Being pressured on by Workman. Well, Ben's battling with Barrett, but David Beacom ends up with it now. He skates it down the ice. Good pressure put on there by Nick Olmscheid. Not letting Beacom get in there, and a shot by Dosen, saved by Urbansis. 53 seconds, excuse me, as a running time here remaining on the Hawks penalty kill. Hawks on the penalty kill so far this year, 77.6% on the PK. With Kennedy on the power play with a 12.1%. So see if the Hawks can keep the puck out on that on this penalty kill here, as we'll get a whistle for a hand pass. We'll get a face-off all the way down into Kennedy's zone. 15 seconds remains here on the Hawks penalty kill. It should run out here as running time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and as soon as that whistle blows, we will have 5-on-5 hockey here from the Chaska Community Center. Rhett Pillick taking a draw as Blaine Warner was called out. 5-on-5 hockey here as Landry Cuss takes the ice to give Chaska the 5th player. And now Landry Cuss will give it off to Pillick, and Pillick looks for Warner, but unable to. And Blaine looking in front of the net for Pillick, but unable to get that pass off. Shea Snyland gives it down to Warner. Now Warner looking for a player in front, but that pass is intercepted by Fuller, and now Fuller takes it down the ice for Kennedy. Fuller with a shot on net, saved into the corner by Urbansis. And now Cuss will give it up to Warner. Warner being pressed on by Beacom, and we get that puck, but Pillick with the shifting moves there, but unable to keep the puck, but Pillick gives it off to Cuss. Now Cuss gives it back to Starkey, and Starkey over to Bronson, Bronson over to Starkey. Starkey dumps it in for Chaska. Blaine Warner forechecking here, but skates back as Beacom gets that one. And now Workman takes it down the ice for the Eagles. Workman dumps it in. Dump and chase action as Joseph Dosen gets it for Kennedy. Now Bronson tips it off the glass, and he's got numbers. Bronson over to Colin Jacobson, CHBN's very own, but unable to get that one as Starkey's shot tipped by Herman up to the netting. 4:53 remains here in the third period from the Chaska Community Center. Chaska leading Bloomington Kennedy 7-0. And we'll get a cross-checking penalty by Zach Workman of Kennedy.
Put all the seniors on the ice.
That will be Workman's second penalty of the game. After he got that first one, but coincidental, him and, or no, it wasn't coincidental, excuse me, that was Devin Barnum. So, Workman's second penalty of the game. Here, so the Hawks back on the power play. Over to Nyland. Nyland with a shot. Saved by Dosen. Starkey gets it back up to Nyland. Chaska Hawks trying to get Nyland a goal here as they keep hitting him at the point. Now Nyland gets it. Nyland with a pass over to Olmscheid, and that is saved by Vanovic, and we'll get it covered. Mitchell Morris lined up on the right wing here. Let's see if he can get his first varsity goal here tonight. Nyland gives it over to Magnuson. Magnuson back up to Nyland. Nyland with a shot. That shot is blocked. Now Morris keeps it in his zone for Chaska. 3 minutes remains here in the third period. 50 seconds still on this Hawks power play. Now Jacobson with it behind the net. He gives it over to Magnuson. Magnuson over to Nyland. Nyland back to Jacobson. Back up to Magnuson. And Nyland within a shot. That shot is saved. Yeah, goal! Colin Jacobson. CHBN's very own Colin Jacobson getting a goal tonight. That's Jacobson's second goal of the season. Chase Nyland still remains on the ice here as head coach trying to get him Late goal here. 2 minutes remains here in the third period. Chaska leads Kennedy 8-0. Chase now will get the assist on that one, so his first RC point here tonight. Assist will also go to William Magnuson. William Magnuson's 9th assist of the season, along with his 3 goals on the season, 17 games played. But Vic will go behind the net for the Eagles to stop it, and they'll give it off to Skolpammer. First time we've heard his name tonight. Skolpammer gets some ice time, and now Kulix hits Skolpammer hard, and we'll get a penalty here on Kulix. Interference call here with 1 minute remaining here in the third period from the Chaska Community Center. Chaska will go back on the penalty kill as Kulix takes an interference penalty. Kulix's second penalty of the night here.
Minor penalty, this is Chaska. Number 9, Mason Williams, has interference. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 53 seconds of the third period.
Now Blaine Warner hit into his own bench by Workman, still being held up by Workman. And now Dosen takes it in his own for Kennedy. 20 seconds remaining in the game here. Chaska will remain on the penalty kill for the rest of the game. Blaine Warner's shot saved by Vinodvic. Workman, 5 seconds remains here. Bronson is on the boards. Workman hits Warner hard, and Warner takes the spill on the ice, and that will do it here from the Chaska Community Center. Chaska will walk away with the W here on senior night. First the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles with a score of 8-0. Lots of points here put on by the Hawks are on the board, and usually Rita Moss here, but that would take a while. So points all around the board here for Chaska. First point of his varsity career to Alex Jaggers here on senior night with a goal, and also Chase Down with the assist. On Taylor Hansen, signing off here from the Chaska Community Center on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Your Chaska Hawks boys hockey team gets the win here tonight over the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles by a score of 8-0. Again, I'm Taylor Hansen here signing off. Soar Hawks!